Is it possible to create your own universe? Have people been able to create their own universe, irrespective of what the current situation they are in? Is there any proof to show that it is possible? In this episode, you will learn how it is possible to create your universe, and we'll share with you examples of people who have used the techniques to create the universe that they want. It is very, very possible. Watch the episode till the very end. Hi, this is Vasudevan, author of Follow Your Heart, Your Brain is Stupid. This channel is dedicated to those who wish to take charge and to create for themselves a life of freedom, joy, and happiness. Let's jump right into the show. Hi, Arun. Welcome to
Hi.
my chat show. You are one of the most popular persons on my chat show. Viewers, please welcome Arun to the chat show once again. In the last two episodes of this series, this was on creating your universe. In the first episode, Arun talked about what is creating your universe. Why is it important to create your universe? In the second episode of this the series, he talked about what are the steps, what are the exact methodology, the process to create the universe that you want. And if you have not watched those two episodes, there is no point watching this episode, okay? Because it will not make any sense to you. So what I would suggest is, if this is a topic of interest to you, go back and watch those two episodes and then come back and watch this one. Then the whole thing will fall in place, because this is the last episode of this series. With that said, Arun, thank you very much for sharing with
Thank you
us
so much.
about
Pleasure is
about
mine.
and sharing with us about your book, basically, and what you have covered, and how passionate you are about this topic is very apparent, because you are wearing a t-shirt which says create your universe. Thank you very much. Today, let's cover the third step. What happens is, whenever we share things about or any topic, our logical mind will always have doubts. It will always say, boss, it may work for Arun, it will not work for me. Or is it actually true? Or these are all on in theory, but it really doesn't work. And again, I appreciate and I respect these doubts, because it happens because it's about our belief systems, right? We may believe something or we not believe something, and based on that we will make our decision. So nothing wrong with it. So in this episode, Arun will share with us some of his the real experiences. It could be his own experiences or experiences of others, to show that yeah, it works. And in that episode he said, if you believe it will work, you are right. If you believe it will not work, then also you're right. So either way, you are right. So over to you, Arun. Just we
Yeah.
would love to listen to some
Thank you.
experience of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay. So first of all, let me clarify this thing that the universe is not biased or partial towards anyone.
right.
See, Arun is one person in 700 crores or 800 crore population on this planet Earth, which we know that there is only one planet Earth. There can be, billions of planet Earths also, which we don't know. Why will universe be so very much biased or pro Arun only and not the other 699 crores? Why? So it doesn't fit in. It universe is equal for all. And let me tell you, I was also the same. I had the same thinking few years, say 10, 15 years back, when nothing was working my way. I will always used to say, why me? And now I say, why me? So there's a difference, why me and why me. The difference between why me and why me is the belief system which comes into you when you start, you know, changing your thought process. But why are we not changing our thought process? First of all, we need to understand why we are not able to change our thought process. That is the biggest catch. When we overcome that, everything else, it says, what is the big difference between theory and practice? It is changing the belief system. And why don't we change the belief system? Because there is a big catch in that. And what is that catch? But before that, let's have a recap. First of all, we all learned that we are all vibrations. This whole universe is a vibration of nothingness. So we are all vibrating. So when we are vibrating, anything which changes, which we create, is a difference of frequencies. When we say create, it means we are not creating anything out of nothingness. We are changing the nature of that thing. So nature may be anything, the experience or the part. For example, if you take a flour, you can make roti, you can make puri. The both are two different things, but come from the same vibrations, which is the flour wheat. Fine. Then when we said the universe, our own universe, only we know. Only we know what we are seeing, what we are feeling, how we are feeling. So when we say create your universe, we can only create our universe. When we say your, we cannot create others' universe. So let's not try to fix other people's challenges. Everyone has to fix his or her own challenge. You can only fix your challenge, and you can improve your experiences. And lastly, we came on this planet to have experience, certain experiences. So why not make the best of these experiences? Then we also went into how to do it. Very simple, and it might seem childish, but a child is the only person who gets everything in his life without working hard for it.
Correct. Very
So
true.
better be childlike. Better be childlike. It seems childish. Oh, it's so childish. Why should I do it? No, we are all child. In front of this big, vast universe, we are child. We may be the empire, mera business, my empire, my this and all. In front of universe, we are nothing. Bache hain. So why not be bacha like? We always want to be kids. So why not be kids? So, and this has worked for me. This has worked for most of the people whom I have counseled. They have been doing this. Many of them have come back to me and said, okay, this worked for me, this worked for me, this worked for me. It works. How you have to do it is, number one, write down your 100 dreams, take a good book, write down your 100 dreams, uh, take a date today or whenever, and write it down as if it has happened. Even if you're not able to do it, write down whatsoever you want to do, but start the process. When you start the process, then you will learn how to you know be perfect about it. You don't become perfect and then start. You start, and for example, this is my first book. I just wrote debt free. I didn't wrote the gratitude. I didn't wrote anything, but yes, it has happened for me. So write down your 100 dreams. Why do you want to write down your 100 dreams? Because there are certain fears which you are right now writing, and you have to get out of those fears to know what is the purpose of your life. Then obviously visualize. I used to, this is childish, but I brought this. I used to do visualization by taking pics and posting it like this. you know all this is album. This is how my house will look like. you know this is how. So all this where I want to travel and all, I used to cut pics and post it so that I could visualize, because I can't visualize everything. So I gave you certain examples of how you can visualize. You can make your dream book, you can paste it. It all looks childish, but yes, becoming a child is one of the most enjoyable phase of experiencing this universe. I would
Without a
always want to
doubt.
become a child.
Without a
Okay,
doubt.
and then visualizing, then you start a plan. Don't get constipated with the plan. Start your action, and also give back to the society. Very, very important. We came here not only to enjoy ourselves. We also came here with some social responsibilities. So when we do take care of a social responsibility, how we can give back to society? Your way. I created my foundation, Akansha Radha Foundation, where we do a lot of social work, and we are planning to adopt girl child, and you know look after them till they become independent. This is something which I started in the pandemic when nothing was happening. I started it, and it's doing very well. Akansha Radha Foundation.
Mhm.
And so give back to the society. Even if you have not got it, give back to the society. When you give back to the society, that means you are telling the universe, I will repay back whatever I get. I'll not hold it for myself. Fine. Great. So when you do all these things, what happens is universe also becomes interested in your plans. And when universe becomes interested in your plans, you'll be surprised. When I said don't get constipated with the plan, I'll share with you my personal experiences when I started writing these books. Now, though, it's almost I daily talk to universe. There has never been out of 24 hours, I think so, 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours a day, I'm just talking to universe as if he's my friend.
Wow.
Okay, this you will also develop. Yeah, and let me tell you one thing. This is a subject for some other podcast. Universe replies you back.
Mhm.
Okay, so But let's start with this. So universe will get interested in your thing, and universe will start conspiring. See, the line is, when you are passionate about something and put in all your efforts, the universe conspires to give it to you. Now there is a specific word which is written, conspires. Why not universe gives it to you? Why not universe tries to give it to you? Universe will make it happen for you. Why the conspire word is used and not give it to you? Universe will be benevolent. Universe will do this, that, blah, blah. Let's go to the literal meaning of conspire. What is conspiracy? What we literally mean by conspire? See, conspiracy is something which happens without your knowledge.
Right.
Planning is something. See, I planned a murder, which means I know how to, murder. I
Mm.
planned an event, I know how to do it. So it's all planned according to what I want.
Right.
But he conspired, which means he did something which I was not aware.
Mm.
So this word has a very very deep meaning. Universe conspires, which means universe will give you from some place which you will not be aware of. यार ये कैसे हो गया?
Mm.
You will be overwhelmed. ये कैसे हो गया? Because I thought I'll be doing it this way. How did it happen this way? And it is much more profound or much more than what I expected. So that is why this word conspires is written, because you won't know it will. So all your plans will fail. Let me tell you, all your plans will fail, but you'll reach your destination much
Right.
better.
Mm.
Okay. So, coming back to the point, yes, when you do this thing over and over again, and be very grateful, never be complaining. Let me tell you, my mother had this habit of giving old saris to my maid. Fine. So there was a maid, and she used to give whenever wo sari nahi pehnti thi, she said, "You take this." And this maid used to go about complaining कि यार मैम ना मुझे पुरानी साड़ी दे देती हैं, एंड मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता. And this word came around to my mom, and my mom said, अब मैं तुमको कोई साड़ी दूंगी नहीं. I won't give you anything. You are so ungrateful. And this maid left. Then there was a second maid which came in,
Mm.
and she used to do the same thing. She used to go, yaar ye sari mujhe nahi chahiye, why did you take it? And this maid used to go around, praising, you know what, ma'am ne mujhe wo sari di, ye sari mujhe badi achhi lagi. And the word comes back and comes back to my mom, and my mom now is feeling guilty. Yaar, why did I give her the old sari, yaar? Next time she gave her the new sari. She bought a sari for her.
Mm.
Same mother, same everything. One in one, the action, the reaction was, you won't get anything. In the second, the reaction was, oh sorry, I gave you very less here, why don't I give you more? So whenever you show gratitude, the reaction which comes is bountiful. They will say, oh yeah, let me give this person more because he's so grateful. So gratitude is a must for everyone, day in, day out. Be grateful for the person who, dropped you, the cab driver who dropped you, the milkman, anyone, the Zomato guy, the Swiggy, anyone who does anything for you, be grateful. That's one big thing which you always, because the more you become grateful, the more you will get. See, vibrations, the more you, I'm grateful, so I'll attract more, what? More incidences to be grateful about.
Got it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Now, coming back to certain cases, I'll tell you some very, very interesting cases. When I started writing my book, I told you in my last episode that I wanted to, engage a certain star, that and for that I wanted to gift that book to that certain star, and that certain star, maybe if you allow me, I'll name him, or you can beep that, but nothing to write.
No, you go ahead.
I wanted to
Name the person.
I wanted to present it to Amir Khan. I wanted to present it to Amir Khan, that, see, I was a nobody. I'm talking about 2011, 12, 13. I was a nobody. I knew nothing. But there was always a passion that I want to gift my book to Amir Khan.
Mhm.
I used to, whosoever I used to meet, I'll say, do you know Amir Khan? Do you know Amir Khan? Do you know Amir Khan? He said, why? I want to gift the book to Amir Khan. He said, why don't you courier it? No, no, I don't want to courier it. I wanted to present it to him so that, he reads my book. Perfect. Now, the more I used to spread this, my sister, she stays in Mumbai. She also came to know that I wanted to give. No, she's not connected with any with stars or anything. But as it happened was, we had a common friend, childhood friend by the name of Anthony. I'm so grateful to him. And one day on Facebook, he saw that Anthony's pics with Bachchan Saab and all those things. And she said, "Why don't you contact Anthony? Maybe Anthony might be knowing Amir Khan and maybe he might help you give
Okay.
this book." So I contacted him on Facebook. I contacted him. And these are the plans and action which I've been telling. So I'm doing all the plans and actions. And I contacted him. We became friends. I said, "Wow." I said, I have a request to make to you. He said, "What?" I said, "Do you know Amir Khan?" He said, "No." Period. Close. End of
Mm.
the chapter. So when I say always put your plans on sand, it has a meaning. I would have dropped everything. Everything would have been dropped. Dead end. Now he says to me, "Why don't you gift it to Bachchan Saab?" Did I plan? No. Did I imagine? No. I said, "Can I gift it to Bachchan Saab?"
Mm.
He said, "Yes, why not?" I said, "Okay, let me courier you the book and maybe you can go and give the book to him." He said, "Why don't you gift it personally?"
Wow.
I said, "Can I gift it personally?" He
Mm.
said, "Yes, why not?" And going ahead, there was a shoot of Satyagraha in Bhopal. He arranged a meeting with Sir, and Sir was so benevolent. He met us, and he we gifted the book to him. I gifted the book. There was a 3-4 minutes meeting because he was busy in the shoot, and I had bought a camera with me to take the pics.
Okay.
And after the meeting was over, and I was so much overwhelmed that I forgot everything. And there was only 3 minutes meeting where I gifted the book. While I was walking back, I said, "Anthony, we didn't take the pics here." He's, and as I was telling this, one of the crew members, one of the very esteemed crew members, I won't name him, one of the esteemed crew members, one of very close to him, he comes to me and hands me over the camera. And he says, "You must have wanted the pics, no? So I took these pics for you."
Wow.
And then, "You took the pics, sir?" He said, "Yes, I saw you were busy talking to Bachchan Saab, and that camera was in your hands, and I thought you must have forgotten. Didn't you notice that when I took the camera from your hand?" I said, "No, I never noticed. I was so overwhelmed." He took the camera from my hand, went there, clicked the pics, and gave it back to me. Now, what do you say? Universe
Amazing.
conspires? How did it happen? I didn't plan anything, but I got that pics.
Mm.
Grateful to universe. But who put the thoughts behind the crew member? That's the universe. Small things which I'm telling you, which where the universe conspires.
Mm.
So going on ahead, okay, there are so many things then, obviously. But again, the catch was that I couldn't gift my book to Amir Khan because obviously Bachchan Saab se liya, and Bachchan Saab ka uske baad he's been so grateful to me. I have had more of meetings because of Anthony. I've been gifting my first book to him. Every time I write my book, my first book goes to Shirdi Sai Baba ji and Bachchan Saab. That's a ritual I have been following. Thanks to the universe, thanks to Anthony, and thanks to Sir. Very very benevolent. Okay, but then again, these are certain things which I'm telling about a person who knew nothing. Today it's different, but that time it was nothing.
Mm.
But my thing, this thing went. Think that I didn't gift this book to Amir Khan. As it happened, my brother-in-law is an RTI activist, and he had an offer from Amir Khan that I'm making Satyamev Jayate, so why don't you come as a guest? And you can have two guests along with you. And obviously, one was my sister, and obviously she told me that why don't you come and become a guest there, and maybe you will get a chance to sneak in and give your book gift to
Mm.
Amir Khan.
Mm.
As it went by, the shoot went all everything fine, and Amir Khan said, "Okay." The crew said that you will have to come down and you can meet for 5 minutes. You can bring your book, but you won't be allowed to take photos. You won't be allowed to Click photos, no cameras or phones allowed inside. मैंने कहा fine, thank you so much. This is enough. I went there, gifted the book. We came back, and I said only one thing which was left, that I don't have the proofs and I don't have those memories to cherish that I gifted that book to Amir Khan, which was my dream. After this, one day I was delivering certain workshop, and my phone kept on ringing, 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 ringing. After the workshop, I saw so many calls from all over India, all over the world, calling me. I said, yeah, what happened? Why everyone is calling me? And when I called back my friends, they said, yeah, we saw you on TV. I
Oh,
said, where? He said, Satyamev Jayate. Meka, fine. He said, but when I watched that episode, I don't know what that cameraman had affinity towards me. Most of the time, he was covering me only. Audience, me. Okay, anyways, the shooting was the show was telecast next day on my brother-in-law's email ID. We get all the pics shot by expensive cameras by the personal cameraman of Amir Khan. Universe said, you will take your camera, which is what small camera, and what pics you will take. You will get much better pics. Don't worry. So we got the pics also.
wow.
Now these are
Okay.
small things which I'm telling. There are so many big things which have been happening. I have been doing so many things right now. I've been doing theaters today, where when I wrote down I want to make movies, I knew nothing about theaters. I was pushed into meeting so many people. They came in my way. Okay, let's do theaters. And now I have been telling some of the incidences from my, and these are all written down in this. But if you go and watch anybody who's successful today, whether it is Shah Rukh Khan, whether it is anyone, if you see, they all have been visualizing. And if you remember one of the movies which Shah Rukh Khan did, and that actually speaks about law of attraction in a very subtle way, Om Shanti Om,
Wow.
where you see him delivering that speech, which actually went in the next janam. ठीक है ना? So if you see, I heard Alia Bhatt recently, and she said that whenever she wanted some awards or whenever she wanted to perform good, she used to stand in front of the mirror and imagine as if it's been happening or it's happened. So it's nothing secret. Most of the successful people, even if you watch Pankaj Tripathi or Nawazuddin Siddiqui or anyone who's successful in either theaters or any of their fields, they will always say that they always visualized and imagined these things before it happened, so much so that it became their own vibrations. So it is basically the same way of telling that you will have to, you know, change your vibrations to be. And anyways, even if you're not getting anything, that means you are vibrating. You are actually imagining every day that you are poor. See, most of the poor people will always imagine that they are always poor.
Mm.
They will never imagine that they are rich or they are out of debt. So they are what? They are fixed in that rut. And when I started this podcast, so I mentioned that what is the challenge in not in changing your thought process. There is a very I'll not say the right analogy, but see, we all know pigs,
Right.
and pigs like what? Dirt.
Mm.
Now if you take a pig and wash that pig clean and leave it, and there are two ponds, one pond clear water, clean water, second pond ditch, where will the pig go?
We go to that absolute muddy, shitty place as usual,
Maybe city.
where you always find them.
Yeah. You know what? I heard one of the motivational speakers. He said that, rather it was she. She said that we people live for two things. Either we want to gain sympathy or we want to gain respect.
Okay.
Nothing. Whatever we do, either we want to gain sympathy or we want to gain respect. If you hear any conversation, you will find what is he seeking? Sympathy or respect? Sympathy or respect? Sympathy or respect? Now, gaining sympathy is very, very easy. You don't have to do anything to gain sympathy. You have to just tell your problems. Oh, I went there and it happened this way. I'm,
Basically,
and the
keep
other person will
keep playing the victim card.
keep playing the victim card. So
Right.
when you keep playing the victim card, you don't have to prove anything. You have to be just where you are.
Mm.
Okay, and you will get lot of sympathizers. They'll say, yeah, yeah, I can also understand. I am also the same way and all. So what happens? You are in that comfort zone of sympathy. Sympathy is a comfort zone.
Correct.
Sympathy is that blanket which keeps you warm when everything outside is cold.
Mm.
Now, respect means you have to tell what I did, how I challenged this thing. Now, this is something where you have to work. If you go to the clean water, you will have to maintain that you have to remain clean each and every time. But if you go into a ditch, you don't have to do anything. You are dirty, you will always be dirty, you don't have to do anything.
Mm.
So we all are actually somewhere pigs who like sympathy. We don't want to have respect. We dream of having respect, but we don't want to, take the journey which is required to take out that blanket, get into the cold environment, and start jogging. So, in order to create your universe, first thing which we need to understand is, are you looking for sympathy or respect? The more you create your self respect inside you, you will always be motivated कि नहीं, whatever happens, I will do it.
Mm.
And then it becomes your habit.
Got it.
So most of the people, when we say, okay, yeah, you're not, I'm not happy with the job, my boss sucks and all those things, I said, why don't you leave your job when you're cribbing so much? He said, no, my bills won't be paid and this, and that's an excuse.
Mm.
So what he's saying is, don't teach me that I have to leave my job. Just be with me and sympathize with me, because I love that sympathy. That justifies me my position. Sympathy actually justifies you ki, oh, you are right. The situation is bad. You are right. Everything is happening bad to you. So when we go into that sympathy zone, we are attracting everything which requires sympathy. So one of the biggest challenges which we all have is, you'll have to get out of the sympathy zone and say, no, Arun, you need to be respected.
Mm.
First of all, why don't you respect yourself? Am I? Could I?
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes. So that is the moment you do this, then you will do everything. Then you will write down your dreams. Then you will visualize. Then you will plan. You will get disciplined. You will change your vibrations, and obviously, yes, you will also give back to the society. You will do everything what is required to. So when you ask me in the last thing, what is the need to create your universe? No need.
Mm.
The pig is also good. The universe loves the pig. The pig is good. The swan is also good. But the
Mm.
swan doesn't go into the ditch pond and keeps itself very clean. And we always admire the swan and we always say pig is a pig.
Mm.
But pig loves it.
Right. Right. That's wonderful. Arun, I hope, viewers, I hope now you are convinced that you can create your universe. It is all about what you want to do, what control you want to take, and take charge of your life, which is going to make the difference. As Arun rightly said, you can be the pig or you can be the swan. The choice lies with you, right? So thank you, Arun. Guys, this is the concluding episode of this series on Create Your Universe, which is Arun's third book, which is about to be published. I've read the first book. I've not yet read the second book. It was an amazing book. I would highly recommend. As soon Arun, you let me know. As soon as it's released, I'll definitely
Sure,
go
sure.
and pick up that book.
Uh,
Yeah, you're saying something?
yeah, I just wanted to add that my first book, which is Count Your Chicken Before You Lay Them, that's all about your passions and dreams and how you can bring back your passion. The
Right.
second book, Niharika, is about how you can bring back your relationships.
Got it.
So that was body, this was mind. So how
Mm,
you can bring back your relationships and how you can create healthy relationships around you. And
right.
let me tell you, even you can change your relationships.
Mm,
I'll give you one mantra here. Remember someone whom you hate very much or who hates you very much. Do this for 21 days. And you don't have to meet him, you don't have to talk to him. Just send out the vibrations that I forgive you and you forgive me. I forgive you, you forgive me. Let's be friends. I forgive you, you forgive me. Let's be friends. I forgive you, you forgive me. Let's be friends. 21 days you do it, you'll be surprised how this relationship became better. मेरे साथ it has happened. My enemies have turned out to be great friends.
correct. Wow.
I just vibrations, this vibrations and all.
Mm,
And the third book, which I say, Create Your Universe, it gives you detailed, this podcast is 20 minutes, 25 minutes, what all we can say, but that book tells you in detailed way how you can use your soul, when you put your soul onto it, you know. So there is a alignment of body, mind, soul, and how universe and how creating your universe or whatever you want to do is so fast. I'll give you one very good example if you have 2 minutes, if you have, otherwise we close it down.
yeah, go ahead. Quickly.
Just to give you that how universe works so fast. If you notice those small things, na, big things to hota hi hai. uh, there's an incident which I always tell, which is a very fast solution to it. I had invested in a land some 10-15 years ago, and there was a challenge. Some cases were happening between Huda and the farmers and all. So it got, in the backyard. I didn't pay the money also because the case didn't get solved. But when it got solved, I wanted to take control of the land, but the government agencies, I'll not name them, they said, "Nay, now it has been reversed, so you won't get it." And it was, I did all my, I did a case and all those things. It was never to be resolved. Then I don't know how. I just wrote it down on my this thing uh, diary. I said, why don't I write this? This is a gone case. I've been fighting for 10 years. It won't get resolved. I wrote it down that this case has been resolved, just like that. Thank you, God. Within 3 months, there were certain property dealers who came to my house searching for me, and they said, "You own that piece of land. We want to purchase that land from you, and we will do all the necessary formalities to get it cleared." And they did it.
Mm,
Within 1 year, 1.5 years, 10 years, I was struggling and I had almost given hope. And I sold that property with all the proper, you know, formalities and everything within 1.5 2 years.
wow. Amazing.
This is something I'm telling you, and I was surprised. Mega, how did this happen? How did those people come to my house? How did they come to know who I am? Where is it? What's that? It got solved. So so many things. I don't know. I can keep on telling, but then
Oh,
shortage of time.
no, rest people will read your book and learn from there. Okay, guys, wasn't that an amazing thing? In this series, in the first episode about Arun shared with us what is creating your universe, and that anybody can create his or her universe. The second episode in the series was the exact process, the steps that is to be taken to create the universe that you want. And this last episode was to prove to you or to share his experiences. Now, whether you want to believe it or you don't want to believe it, that's up to you. But that it works, there is no doubt about it. Whether you want to believe whether it works or not, it's your choice. Now, there is no harm trying it out. Follow the steps, see whether it works. If it works, be happy. If it doesn't work, fine. You know better off than what you are today, right? Because no matter what is your current situation in life is, you can create the universe that you want. That's a fact. It's up to you what you want to do. Thank you very much, Arun, for being with
Thank you
us,
so much.
and
Thank you
it's
so much.
wonderful. My entire community is very, very grateful to you. that you've been with us all this time, and we will be continue to be with us, sharing your insights in so many different areas. Guys, watch these episodes. It's not enough to watch it just once. Watch it couple of more times, make down your notes, and then implement them, and see how your life can transform. If you like this series, do post your comments, and if there are any other topics that you like us to cover, feel free to write, and we will definitely bring them to you. Let's use Arun's knowledge to improve ourselves. Okay. With that, thank you very much, and see you in the
Thank you
next
so
one.
much.
Bye bye.